Hey guys, it's been a while. Lots been happening here. Had to take care of my father-in-law, some things like that. So we're finally back and I'm finally cooking. Also, New England guys, and it's 87 degrees and humid, and I live in a Victorian, and so guess what? There is no AC. So we're making what I call the Easy Coconut Cream Pie, and it's elevated. It's not just your basic one. So we're going to take a graham cracker crust like this. Guys, you can make these yourself too, but the point is, it's freaking hot. We want a cold dessert. We don't want to get hot by turning the oven on. So I am not going to do that. But if you want to make your own, it's pretty easy. You just take graham cracker, grind them up, add some butter, melted butter, and some sugar. Put it in the oven, bake it for a few minutes, and you have your graham cracker crust. We are not doing that because, once again, it's hot. So we have this. I have my toasted coconut right here, guys, that I toasted it way earlier this morning when it was actually cool, and I wanted it completely cool. So you're going to toast it. And
how long does that take usually, and what do you put the oven on?
I put the oven on 350. Please watch it closely. It goes quickly, especially in a gas oven. It takes about, I'm going to say between 10 and 15 minutes, depending on your oven. So you got to stir it. You got to pay attention. So that also would have been boring on a live, so, and it needs to be cool for what we're going to do. So first of all, we're going to make our whipped cream. We need to get it started. Don't buy that stuff in the bottle in the frozen section. That is not blah 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 real whipped cream. So we're going to take our heavy whipping cream, and we're going to make the whole 4 cups. So we're going to pour it in here. Yeah, you heard me right. If there's leftovers, guys, put it in the fridge. Put it on top of your cold iced coffee for summer. It's beautiful that way. You can also put it on top of ice cream. Anything you want to do it on. Okay, so now to this, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I use only pure vanilla. Don't use imitation vanilla, guys. That's gross. Okay, so we're going to add a cup of powdered sugar. Use powdered sugar because granular sugar has a tendency to go to the bottom and doesn't mix in as well in your whipped cream. So if you don't have a stand mixer like I do, this is a small one, you can do it by hand, but this one's so much easier. So you just turn it on and start it. Guys, this is the same way you make butter, so please pay attention. You do not want vanilla sweet butter, so you need to keep an eye on it. It does take a hot minute, so just check it every so often. Because, I don't know, sweet butter I guess is good, but I usually like, if I'm going to have sweet butter, I want it with honey, not with powdered sugar.
Powdered sugar,
and
butter.
Okay, so we got our powdered sugar in. Guys, this is such an easy. Now, we have our 2 packs of instant vanilla pudding. Now, each pudding package calls for 2 cups of milk. I use 3 because I want to make sure it's going to set up nicely and not be too thin. So you're going to put it in here.
Yes, she's bougie and has 2 stand mixers.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Only because one of them belongs to my oldest daughter, and she doesn't use it, but Mom does. Now, this recipe, guys, was developed because my dad loves coconut cream pie. And one day he came home with some coconut cream. He came home with a crust and these pudding packages and said, "Hey, make me a coconut cream pie." And I was like, "Oh, that's gross. That is really gross. I just can't do that." So I had some coconut. Let me get some milk here. I need to get, let's see, this is 2-cup container. So I'll do 2 cups and then another cup. I am using lactose-free milk. You can use any kind of milk you like. It will work. Put your little whisk in. And I'm doing my coconut pudding in here because you'll see in a minute. Okay, so my dad came home and he was like, "Hey, Kathy, I need you to make me some coconut cream pie because I can't find it in the store and I love it." I'm like, "Okay, Dad, that's really gross, but okay." Let me put this away.
Check on the whipped cream. Still pretty liquidy.
It's not ready. So I said, how can I make this coconut cream pie be like off the chart? So this is what I came up with, guys. So first of all, we're going to spread some toasted coconut in the bottom of our pan here. Nice and thick layer. That's the first of many sprinkles of coconut, okay? So we got our pudding going in here. It's going to start, and I like to turn it off and like make sure I get all the stuff off the sides. Turn it back on.
Whipped cream. And it's getting there too. It's a lot more liquid to deal with. So, but you can start to see that it's thickening there. But we need it a lot more thick where we have peaks.
Our coconut pudding is just about ready. It looks good to me. So we're gonna take it down. See how thick it is? So it's a little thicker than the consistency of regular pudding. You don't want it to thin. Trying to get our heavy whipping cream to get going here. Okay, so into this we're gonna put some coconut. I usually put about 2 handfuls. I'm gonna stir that in. You can see it. And now if our whipped cream will ever cooperate, I thought it would be done by now.
I'm surprised you didn't make it beforehand. I thought you had.
It takes longer for 4 cups.
Especially when it's kind of hot.
Okay, so while you're waiting for your whipped cream, get yourself one of your favorite beverages and drink it, because that's a good thing to do when you're waiting on cooking. Now, if you don't want to buy it. I bought it because I didn't want to do that. It's too hot. Once again, I was trying to be lazy. Also, I want it to be easy, guys. This is the easiest way to make. Starting to get there. So, we're going to add whipped cream over the top of here. Then we're going to add whipped cream into here. Then we'll put this on top. Then we'll add whipped cream on top again. And then we'll add more coconut on top. The leftover coconut, I did all of my coconut. The leftover coconut, you can put it in Ziploc, and put it in the freezer. It'll keep until you need to cook again. If you want to make macaroons or whatever. This is unsweetened coconut. It's a sweet enough recipe without using sweetened coconut. So I prefer.
There's an idea to make on a live macaroons.
Macaroons? Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's starting to form. You want it to form good peaks. I'm going to turn it off and show you. See how there's no peak? It has
kind of a peak.
There, but not.
Yeah, it's a little loose.
See how it's not where it needs to be. So we want it to be a little thicker, but it's getting there. You can see it. It goes very quickly forward. You can see it starting to come up to where you want it. I think this is good. Let me see with my wood thing. Oh yeah, that'll work.
And it'll get firmer once you put it in the fridge, right?
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to put about 2.5, maybe 3 cups of whipped cream in there.
That smells so
Put some
good.
whipped cream on top, bottom here.
You wouldn't think that like a cold dessert like this would have good like aromatic
It does.
smells, but really the kitchen just smells like coconut and just like sweet dessert.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna, yes guys, this is a big pie. Yes, it's piled up. Yes, it's a huge slice when you slice it. Yes, it's delicious in your mouth. So you can see I'm just folding this in.
Yeah, that's, if you ever watched Schitt's Creek, this is what folding in is.
And then you pour it on top. Guys, this is like the easiest, and you can take this to parties and stuff.
It really is one of those kind of things where you can just kind of set it up and let it do its thing and then come back to it if you have a stand mixer.
Yes, if you have a stand mixer. If you don't, you're going to have to use a hand mixer.
Get your audiobook going and your earplugs in and sit there with the mixer.
Okay, so now we have that. Now we're going to put whipped cream on top. Yes, there's never enough whipped cream in the world.
Yeah, not a very dairy-friendly recipe, although we use lactose-free milk, so it's not that it's not that bad for the lactose intolerant. Just
Now
the whipped cream.
You just have the heavy whipped cream.
I think there's a spot here.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get this backside. So yeah, I thought I used the whole thing. It's been a while since I made this.
What, do you think you did too much whipped cream?
No, you can never do too much whipped cream. Oh, did I make too much?
Yeah.
No.
There you go.
Ta-da! Okay, so we got it out here, guys. Now we're gonna sprinkle more coconut on top. And guys, that is your easy summer coconut cream pie without the heat. And you can do it in, I don't even know how long it's been. Okay, it hasn't been very long. It only takes about 20 minutes or 20 to 30 minutes depending. And if you have the coconut done ahead of time in the freezer, it's even less time. So this pie is wonderful. Serve it anytime. Put it in the refrigerator. Let it set up. Once it sets up, you can cover it with cellophane. But don't do that beforehand because it will stick. So enjoy this summer treat. And coming up for 4th of July, you can put some little sparklers or something in it and make it pretty. But enjoy this and make it often. And let me know how you guys like it. Thanks for joining me. And
if you missed it, she's going to cut it together and post it on her video,
Yes.
so make sure to give her a follow if you want to see the whole recipe clipped together.
yes, thank you. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.